Hey everyone, today we are back in the weekly pack. Feel free to pause, take a look around the pack. Looks like I need the Lamprey achievement still. Very surprising considering I've used it for many runs. Oh, not many runs, but a couple runs recently. I guess you don't really need the level 3 though, so that's funny. But yeah, this weekly pack is a ton of fun. It is very intimidating, as is tradition with the weeklies. There's some crazy kind of scaling combos in there that you can easily get distracted by, right? You can see those pets and be like, ooh, piece of candy. Don't get tempted by them every run. There is so many fun little gems in this pack. This main run here is going to highlight just an absolute hodgepodge mix synergy team that is just glorious when it comes together. It banks on the team not being disrupted or disrupted by ailments, disrupted by other things, but yeah, obviously it's a main run, so we have some success with it, and the bonus clips are going to be a little more consistent theme of like another kind of version of the build, if you were to say so. And I just wanted to highlight early on that between this and the bonus clips, you can just use a big mix of all these pets, and I think come up with maybe even some more creative and more fun versions of what I'm trying to do here. So also want to note early in the video here that channel memberships are now active, and as I kind of roll them out and get familiar with it, I'm looking to improve things like the emojis I put out initially. The quality just didn't seem that great, so I tried to improve the quality on a couple of them, and it took me some time, and it like barely increased the quality. So then I realized, all right, you know what? I've got a couple more emoji slots open now that we're getting members, so I'm just going to make new emojis, learn from what I did on the past, and yeah, hopefully just keep improving on that front. Also, the end screen where I do the Brusk Brigade member shoutouts, that is going to be on all new videos going forward, but I do have some videos scheduled that won't have that. So obviously the weekly videos will have that, and then you'll kind of tell as the custom packs and whatnot videos, the wild pack videos roll out when it gets to the point where we're updated. So into the main run here, you see I brought the Calygreyhound in with no mana generation, but now we have the Blue Dragon. The Blue Dragon is such a fun pet, such a crucial pet in this weekly. It ties so many things together, gives the front pets mana, gets trumpets for how many pets are behind. So if you put it in the middle, you get 1 mana on the 2 friends in front, 2 trumpets total at level 1. It's such a great unit, especially if you get it to level 3 as quick as possible, and then basically just pivot in some of the higher tier units, and you can probably have a full mana using team with Blue Dragon in the back. You can put Blue Dragon in the front and just get a bunch of trumpets from it, and then just have whatever kind of team behind it. There's so many options you can do, and the cool thing as well is even at level 2 generating 2 mana, it works with the Occlute. And there's no mushroom in the pack, unfortunately, so you can't like super min-max the Occlute, but it still is a very effective scaler. So if you're running like the full mana team and you do want to get a little bit of scaling, consider just throwing the Occlute for a couple rounds. You'll see, I think in the bonus clips, I use it a little bit, but the main run here and the main bonus clip are kind of like the minimal scaling runs, which I always get very excited about. I feel like they're as close as I can get, at least right now, to like the grounded stamp of approval, which I believe at this point I still haven't gotten yet. Ground and I were actually talking like, did you get one? I'm not sure. And we were both kind of scratching our heads. I was like, wait, did I miss one? Is he trying to give me a hint that I missed one in a video? Like, I don't think so. I watch probably 75, 80% of them. It's hard to keep up with everyone, but Grounded's one that you pretty much click every time. Let's see, what do we got here? We got the Seagull coming in, we got the Osprey, we got the Amalgamation. So basically use the Amalgamation to pivot in the Seagull to get the mana and attack, and as well as get the buff on the Osprey that we stacked to level 2. So if you consider I am pivoting in a Seagull, then of course summon units make sense. And the Blue Dragon works really well with the Chimera as far as like a summon, to just get summon units, you're not going to get big summons, but it's at least to get summons. There's not a lot of... how many times can you say summons in 10 seconds, Brusk? There's not many summons in the pack, so it's very... what am I trying to say here? It's difficult if you're trying to get some sort of team that synergizes with summons. So I recognize if I wanted to go Seagull team, then I also want to basically invest in an Osprey very early. And another crucial member of this team, as you'll see here, is the Fossa. Unfortunately, our Seagull amalgamation order is all out of whack, so we override the egg with the spooked, but it's not the biggest deal. It might frustrate some people because I believe that spooked is going to stay there for a while on that Fossa. Not really concerned with it, especially if it's staying at the front. But we do some really fun pivots. We fix, if you kind of see what's going on here, or what's going to happen, we fix the attack order. So if you're running Seagull and Amalgamation, where you want to give the attack buff, the mana from the Amalgamation, and then the perk or equipment from the Seagull, you want the Amalgamation to be higher attack. That way it goes first, the Seagull goes second. Reverse of what we saw in the Fossa there. Then you're doing things efficiently, you're doing things right. If you're getting the end battle trigger, then basically you're, yeah, it's glorious. It's glorious. What am I trying to say? I struggle to finish sentences sometimes. Words are hard, but sentences are harder. And yeah, we got the double amalgamation roll. It's honestly exactly what I was looking for. I didn't know at this point, like, what the other plan on the team was, but I knew basically this was the 4 pets I wanted to use on the team. And another amalgamation shows up, so it's like, all right, well, twist my leg, why not? And our attack order is almost going to be fixed, which is nice because we're still like pivoting the team, so we're just wasting our Seagull triggers every turn. I guess we weren't wasting them before because we had an Axo, so we were getting a little bit of permanent scaling from the Seagull trigger, even though we were overriding it. It's kind of interesting how it all works out when like you're doing things inefficiently, but you're still getting some like some value in there. And yeah, gotta check the anglerfish always. Does not look like anything we're interested in. This chocolate could just throw on the Fossa probably. Oh, and there you go. Amalgamation had higher attack, so it triggered first. So now we have a level 1 amalgamation with an egg. And I think I realize shortly here, this team order is atrocious, and we need to fix it. Please, we need to fix it very quickly. I'm glad I waited on this turn. I remember this specifically. Like, I don't know. I think I was just trying to figure out, I think as well, if I was going to be combining these amalgamations and then bringing that other one in separate, or if I just stack it. Like, I was trying to figure out the next turn as well, and then I realized, oh, my order's terrible. If you saw my blind weekly run, I became very quickly obsessed with egg. Eggs are awesome. The only unfortunate part, not about eggs, but about this team, is when we face chili, like I said, any kind of counter, it's scary. And I almost overrode the egg. Catch my potential mistake. Now we have double egg, double high attack amalgamation. Amazing. Level 2 Fossa. And at this point, I was like, I need to roll. Even though I want to level up the Seagull, I want to do other things. This team is not necessarily scaling. I guess the Osprey spawns are going to be big from the amalgamation, like high attack. But teams are scaling a lot. This team actually is not scaling a lot. That's kind of surprising. They have units that are that should be getting scaled. But yeah, between the eggs, between the mana snipes, the attack from the amalgamation, where do we get? Oh, we get trumpets from the Osprey. That's right, the groundhogs. And then I freeze 2 tomatoes. You probably think the tomato should go on the Seagull. No, 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 no. We keep the egg for now. We go the full egg tomato. I love eggs and tomatoes. They're both like the attack perk. Obviously, tomato is so much more value because it's 8 more damage. And look at how beautiful it is. But our Seagull and amalgamation now are the same. So one of the eggs did get overridden there. That was pretty interesting. But get egged. Get absolutely tomatoed in the face. And then as you're looking down, with your hands in your palms as I put my hands in my palms, or my head in my face in my palm. Oh gosh, I am absolutely losing it. So you get tomatoed in the face, and then the person looks down because they're like, I just got tomatoed in the face, and then you smash them with an egg. That's what's happening right here. Tomato, get tomatoed, and look at that. Perfect breakpoint, I believe. Get tomatoed. Oh, yeah, that's right. We put tomatoes on it. Get absolutely tomatoed, and then get egged. It's just the icing on the cake. Oh, it felt so good. I was just smiling the whole time during these battles right here, and I was just praying to the sap gods, like, please, just don't let us run into, like, a I don't know, like a, what would annihilate this team? A front panther chili? I guess a tiger bug could potentially do a lot of damage, like a health reduction tiger bug. This is a big statted team, not crazy big. I have seen scarier turn 14. This run is still somewhat early. You know, it's like it was like a day and a half into the weekly, so it's still pretty early. I feel like teams are getting scarier, as always, as the weekly progresses. But we go to 9 trophies. We get through a scaled team, and I was like, wow. The punching power of this team, if it's unaffected, is actually insane. And I freeze the seagulls, but I'm like, the main thing I need to do is roll. I kind of told myself the whole run, if this gets to one of the last turns, I just need to roll all 10 and maximize the fossa. And look, we faced the bulldog. After we reduce the HP, I mean, look at the team. You just know. As long as their mana snipes aren't going to, like, devastate us, their mana snipe goes to replenishing the HP of the bulldog. So now they have a 50-50 bulldog again. We have 2 20 mana snipes along with our tomatoes. I mean, these groundhogs with their 17 attack and 10 tomato, that's 47 attack essentially per groundhog. So we're spawning 47 attack groundhogs. That's just absolutely insane. So yeah, minimal scaling, hodgepodge mix of like the fossa, disruption, the osprey summons, the seagull kind of equipment perk summon support, amalgamation. I mean, what a fun team. Now we get into one of the strongest pets in the weekly, kind of like the fossa, but there's just not a lot of money generation outside of mana ray. The Calygreyhound, and you synergize that with a bunch of other mana pets like you're seeing here. Look at this 50-50 whale shark. I mean, it's not even a problem when you have something like the amalgamation set up. You see I'm doing the chimera blue dragon, as well as I have a Sleipnir to kind of try to maximize a Sleipnir with no scaling, right? Just a base stat level 2 Sleipnir essentially. Maybe I throw food or 2 on it. Trying to get this chimera to level 2 so I can utilize both amalgamation snipes. So we're winning these rounds without even like maximizing the team, which was very surprising to me. But at the same time, you realize the power of the Calygreyhound. And here's a run here where I was rotating the Aklut, you'll see, back and forth between the blue dragon and the fossa. And what's the amalgamation? Oh, amalgamation is going to be buffing the golden retriever. And the golden retrievers are only summoned, but you can see every unit on our team is spooked, pretty much. So I would assume I'm looking to throw Faint Bread on a pet or 2 here or there to kind of utilize the amalgamation. And any weekly where there's amalgamation, it's such a good pet. You don't even need to run summon pets, as you see on this team here. Like, just put a banana, a honey pot, Faint Bread, Yggdrasil fruits, the greatest. Put a Yggdrasil fruit on your middle pet, and then yeah, amalgamation right behind it. Uses both triggers. 2 birds, 1 stone. Is that how it works? It's something like that. Something like that. And yeah, we have the Calygreyhound and the fossa, by the way, in this run. So you see these teams that even have like some scaling. By the time our Calygreyhound faints, it's very easy trades for the units that I've been scaling with the Aklut, the blue dragon and the fossa. And yeah, we're just kind of scraping out these wins. Level 2 Aklut, finally. We have a Faint Bread. Everything's the nice round level, either level 2 or 3, so it's great. And yeah, these trades are amazing. And I believe, honestly, it might be this run here. Look at these trades. Look at these trades right now. This team is huge. We reduced the health with the Foes at the beginning, then the Calygreyhound. That was a perfect trade. We get a 1 HP trade. And then look at this. 8 mana, perfect. The lemon gets the job done. I was so excited during that final battle. I thought for sure when that battle started, that run lost. So I don't know. Maybe it was just like towards the end of my grind and I was just desperate for like something great, but I don't remember being that excited about a battle in a long time. I remember for that one specifically. It's kind of funny how the game works with your emotions. So here you're gonna see I am looking for an axolotl. I set this whole team up for an axo, and I just wanted to slip this clip in here because I thought it was hilarious. I'm rolling down the whole turn with 2 chocolates frozen because I'm like, I have tar into toucan with a raccoon with an ox. All I need to do is sell this dragonfly for an axo, instantly get it level 2, and we will win the game. And I don't find it at all. And yeah, we end up getting absolutely smashed. Of course, this team is not good. I thought that was hilarious. It's like the gods were showing me a sign. And I use axo plenty to kind of like this team here, you know, just kind of throw some perks on stuff. Use axo with a real velo is actually a great combo. It's having some fun with that. Considering there's the green dragon scaling, as well as elephant seal scaling. Those two kind of are superior than axo scaling this weekly. With axo, it's really only good if you do like the tar toucan ox spam, so you're getting multiple triggers in battle. But otherwise, it's much better to just go the green dragon or the elephant seal. Yeah, we face another axo team. Oh yeah, we're going the the Abomination. So pay attention. I believe this was a trumpet Abomination. So we got something with like the Namazu. Brusk, you put these clips in here for a reason. Pay attention to the clips. So this is a level 3 Abomination. You can rewind and look at the other interactions if you really like Abomination. I think some of these interactions were pretty cool. So now we're gonna see, I slow it down here a lot. So it looks like I'm going for Raccoon because we have level 2 Axolotl. So if the Abomination essentially gets the Raccoon ability, it can get some permanent scaling, which is very nice. I'm looking for a mana user every turn because I have a level 3 Thunderbird, and in my opinion that made Abomination like super fun. So if you're looking to run Abomination, I think get Blue Dragon or Thunderbird on your team early, as well as bring in the Abomination and just keep those 2 pets, and that'll give you a lot more options to use. Look at this, Elephant Seal, Raccoon. So we're going to steal a perk, we're going to get scaled by the Axolotl, we're going to give stats to our whole team. It's actually insane. And then what mana pet did I freeze? Am I going to scale the Thunderbird? Did I freeze an Occlute? Or did I eat an Occlute? Unfortunately, the Axo is gone. So we kind of missed some permanent scaling, but then look at that, the real velo with the Elephant Seal ability on the Abomination got another trigger. And we actually won Golden Retriever trade. So the run stays alive. And I was like, oh, this is great. Like, you're at the edge of your seat on these runs when you're on 1 heart and you have like just a really fun thing going, like a level 3 Abomination. So at this point, it's like, what do you do with the Abomination? You got to look for something good. Obviously, I'm going to stack that. We have 21 attack, which is decent. So we can like use the Sleipnir to give the Thunderbird mana. The Namazu or Namatsu is probably the best thing we could ask for. Make sure you only take 1 trumpet user on the feint because all of them will they use like all of the mana. So the Namatsu and Occlute ability won't work together. I tried it one time, I think, earlier in this run. Like, just accidentally. And it looks like we're going to take a Whale Shark too, just in case we get some weakness thrown at us, even though the Ambrosia should block it. And Yeah, the good scaling, the real velo, all that stuff happening. They have 13 mana on a level 2 Chimera. It's always satisfying when your Ox Melon gets sniped right before it regenerates its melon again. And we got our 9 trophies. I was like, let's go. Abomination. It's happening. 2 Abominations in the shop. Could put back Abomination and swallow that Grizzly Bear. It's very, very tough on what to get at this point. Level 2 Real Velo is actually insane. Unfortunately, our equipment's just not that great. It's kind of awkward. I actually considered the Grizzly Bear for a second. And then I freeze the Panther. And I'm like, you know what? We have Ambrosia. It only blocks 8 damage. With the Panther ability, it'll be a 16. It'll be closer to a Melon. So, like, that's not bad. And then the Axo. It's such a hard decision. So decide to just go with those 3. At least we get the Trumpet generation. I think that's very good. And we run into a Goliath. And it's just terrifying when you run into these Chili Panthers. Even though it's a level 1 Panther, like, they are so scary. And look at that, 3 on the breakpoint. They got big unit with Garlic in the back. Quite unfortunate. Abomination's so much fun though, so if you're looking to run that, go for it. I just suggest having like a mana pet in there to give your Abomination mana. If you get the Blue Dragon, then you can move the Abomination a little more. Remember, if you're running Thunderbird and you're swallowing mana pets, you got to keep that Abomination in the front. I think I made that mistake a couple times earlier in the run. So what do we got here? We got, looks like another Calygreyhound, and this run is like a Calygreyhound meta run. It's just like a complete show of strength, and I think it's a very fun team when you consider the Tiger Bug. So the Calygreyhound's going to feint, it's going to reduce health, and then the Tiger Bug's immediately going to snipe and then attack. It's just such a powerful combo. I don't think much beats it, especially considering the tiers of the pets. You can get it set up very quick, get them scaled a little bit. So you're going to see I try to go absolutely insane mode with this run. I bring in a Grizzly Bear, and let me tell you, this is the absolute most useless Grizzly Bear I've ever seen in my life. I mean, if you're interested, pay attention and see what the Grizzly Bear does. I think it maybe does 1 snipe in like 4 or 5 battles. It's pretty hilarious. And I was laughing the whole time because I was like, I bought this Grizzly Bear being like, this secures me the win. I didn't even need it. So if you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.
It hits me like a tidal wave every time you say my name. It hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. I was so blind, waiting patient on the shoreline. Now you're leaving, but I know you got your reasons too. I didn't hear the sirens, I didn't wanna see the warning signs, and now I pay the price, yeah. Oh, I should've known. It hits me like a tidal wave every time you say my name. It hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave.
No, I can't take the silence. Now I find comfort in the rain. Tell me, who can I rely on when those are your name at night. I'm frozen in the snow, can't win this fight. This is heart robbery.